afternoon, and welcome to the commencement exercises for the class of 2018. My name is Michael Von Walde. I'm an English teacher here at Westhill and the advisor for the Westward. I will be your master of ceremonies today. I would like you to all please rise for the presentation of colors led by the JROTC, led by Color Guard Commander Sergeant Daniel DeAndrea, led by and then the national anthem sung by the chamber singers.
You see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
See! Colors! Present arms! Order arms! Colors! Post!
You may all be seated. I now welcome Alexis Molina to the dais. Alexis is the president of our senior class, and he will provide us the welcoming address. Alexis?
Ladies and gentlemen of the class of 2018, it gives me great pleasure to be here with you today. We have made it through thick and thin together. We have endured the struggles together. We have all challenged and supported each other at one time or another. Ultimately, we have made it to this moment. It is an honor to be here today. Before I go on, I'd like to put everyone's mind at ease and say, yes, it's me, Alexis Molina, the kid you never really thought would be class president. You have played a great role in molding me into the person I have become today. It is my hope that I have also positively impacted the lives of some of you. Graduates, friends, you have completed an early milestone in your life. A milestone filled with happiness, excitement, success, failure, and failure and struggles at every blend. Kindly know that this is just the beginning. Your future awaits you. You have a long way to go. As all 495 of you go in 495 different paths, it is my hope that all of you will find success. Individual effort will, however, be required for you to achieve this success. It is your readiness and willingness to put in the extra effort that will lead you on the path to success in the face of stiff competition in the outside world. We have walked together to accomplish the goal of completing high school. We have all worked hard to get here, and we should be proud. Academically, we have achieved at different levels according to our capabilities. Working together through discussion groups and team projects has made it easier for each one of you to realize your true potential. It has instilled in you the ideals of teamwork. Ladies and gentlemen, as you move on your next path, do not overlook the role of teamwork and any other life skills you have gained during this time. Some of you have discovered and developed their talents in games and sports. We have supported each other in realizing these talents and building on them. Some have discovered their talents in other areas, from theater to music. It gives me great joy to confirm that you have been a particularly hardworking and supportive lot. Together, we have conquered unaccountable challenges since our first year until now. We endured the stress and confusion of our first year together. Gradually, we have become familiar with each other and helped each other cope with the anxiety of subsequent years. Indeed, we have achieved. Over the time, we have had valuable memories together, either as a class or in smaller circles of friends. Let these memories help you endure the struggles and challenges of life ahead. Treasure them. Let them be a constant reminder of how you endured your challenges. As you go out into the world, remember all the lessons you have learned in this place. It is my sincere hope that each one of you achieves their dreams and aspirations in their next phase of life. In college, in the working place, and also in society. Endeavor to be the light that guides the people. Be active members of the societies you find yourselves in, and endeavor to leave a positive mark where you find yourselves. I wish you the very best. Congratulations, class of 2018. You have freaking made it.
Thank you, Alexis. And now a message from the Board of Education from David Manis, President of the Stanford Board of Education.
Thank you. I'm from the Board of Ed, and I come with good news. I only have 2 minutes. But it wouldn't be a graduation speech, at least in my book, if there wasn't a quote from Shakespeare. My colleagues on the board have learned this the hard way. There is in Hamlet a character named Polonius who gives way too much advice, which is what we generally do in these speeches. He gives so much advice that Hamlet accidentally killed him. He may be the patron saint of graduate speakers. Polonius says to his son as he embarks on a long voyage, "Above all this, to thine own self be true, and will follow as the night the day. Thou canst not then be false to any man." I'm not sure what that means. But the quote is interesting to me for another reason. It struck me that probably the reason Polonius keeps talking to his son on and on and on is that he doesn't want him to leave. He knows that when he stops speaking, Laertes, I guess his name was, is off and it's never coming back. So it is with parents and it is with administrators and ourselves that we give you all this advice. But really what we're thinking is, it would be really nice if you didn't go just yet. It would be nice if you stayed with us. You've given us fits for years, but it's been great anyway. So all else I want to say is good luck wherever you go, happiness, whatever you do. We will always be thinking of you. And so you may be wondering, or should be, because you should wonder through every graduation speech, when is it going to end? And again, I have good news. It's going to end right now. Thank you and good luck.
Thank you, Dr. Manis. Our keynote speaker today is one of you. He is an alumnus of Westhill. He is a Westward alumnus as well. He is a voice of the fourth branch of government, that most important branch that allows us all to know what's going on in the government, what allows us all to know what's going on in the world around us. He is a senior writer for Politico and a co-author of Politico's Playbook, the most indispensable morning newsletter for the biggest influencers in politics. Since 2009, he has chronicled all of the major legislative battles on Capitol Hill. He has also traveled the country to cover the battle for the control of Congress. He takes readers inside the rooms where decisions are made, the room where it happens, which some people in this audience know what I'm referring to, since many of our students sitting here today actually got to see Hamilton last year. He's a Connecticut native and as well a graduate of the George Washington University. He lives in Washington with his wife Irene. Ladies and gentlemen, Jake Sherman.
I was going to do the Shakespeare thing, but he had that under control, so I don't have to do that, so that's a good deal. Thank you guys so much for having me. Ladies and gentlemen, moms and dads, brothers and sisters, grandmas and grandpas, my cousin Noah Schaefer, who is probably incredibly embarrassed right now, a member of the class of 2018 who's heading to Northwestern in the fall, and to the entire graduating class of 2018, it's so great to be back. I want to say one thing that's off script. I bring to you the congratulations for the lip dub, because that went so viral on every channel that I am on, and it made me so proud to see that. I graduated from Westhill in 2004, which seems like yesterday to me, but it is a long time ago. And if God appeared to me on that day and said, Jake, in 2018, Donald Trump will be president, and you will be speaking at graduation at Westhill High School, I would have bet everything I had against those two things. Let me give you some context about how much things have changed in the 14 years since I've graduated. When I left Westhill, Facebook didn't exist. Twitter wasn't a thing, neither was Snapchat or Instagram. We used to pass notes in math class on graphing calculators. I'm not sure those even exist anymore. I had an MP3 player the size of a brick that I plugged into my tape deck in my dad's old Volvo. And my flip phone took grainy photos, and it cost extra money to send them on text message, so I really feel ancient. But you guys don't want to hear about my high school experience. I don't remember all that much of it. In fact, when I sat down to write this speech, I wasn't certain how to do this because I've never given a commencement speech. So I did what any of you would do and what you will do if you're going to college or any walk of life that you're going into. I Googled it. I Googled how to give a commencement speech, so I really have no shame. So the internet told me I should tell you about my amazing experiences here, excelling in high school and how they set me up for the future, and close by telling you what I would have done differently. John Boehner, who was the Speaker of the House who I covered for a long time, used to say speeches should educate, motivate, and entertain. So you could judge me in about 5 minutes and let me know how I did. I could tell you about how I was in the top 5% of my class and brag about my near perfect SAT score and all the college credit I got from SAT 2s, National Honor Society, and the president of the 4 clubs that I led, but none of those things are true. I was barely a solid B student. I got a bunch of C's. I think the only way, and I'm really sorry if this is bad to say, but the only way I passed stat class was someone gave me a bunch of old tests, so I hope the statute of limitations has expired, or I'll get some dispensation here. It was resourceful at the time, I think. I could tell you about how I was a great 3-sport athlete who crushed indoor track and cross country and led the golf team to city championships and FCAC championships. But I was a horrible runner who spent much of my cross-country practice listening to Jay-Z's Blueprint on the roads here in North Stamford. I hated indoor track, and we used to have practice in the hallways. I hope you still do and get to run outside also. And Mr. White and Eddie Lane, my 2 coaches, who I think are still here, maybe not in presence, but they are still here. I got bad news for them. I never finished the 3 miles. And I was barely a mediocre golfer who should have been cut, but for the golf coach feeling bad for me. And I just squeezed into the final slot every week. I tell you this not because I want to exorcise some demons that I've held on to for more than a decade, but I tell you this because I think some of you might be in my shoes. Westhill was great. Stanford shaped me. I am so proud to have grown up here and in Connecticut. And I have wonderful memories here, but I remember Westhill as much for my failures and my shortcomings as my successes. Early on during my time here, as was mentioned, I joined the Westward, which I'm very proud to say I still follow and get tons of joy when I see it win awards. I love newspapers, and I always wanted to be a journalist. And also, my mom told me I needed to find something to do because school let out at 1:50 and she didn't want me at home. But through that, I fell in love with journalism. And when my friends were going out on Friday nights, I went to the Stanford Advocate, where I worked nights on the sports desk, taking high school sports scores by phones. I told all my friends all I aspired to in life was to cover sports for the Stanford Advocate. So when I was a junior, I applied to be editor-in-chief of the Westward, and I thought I would get it. Certainly, no one put more time into journalism than me. It was my destiny. I handed in my application, I dressed up, and I thought this was mine to lose. And of course, I lost. They chose somebody else, and I told my friends I would never go back. I went back the next afternoon, and in the intervening 14 years, I went to college, where I was the editor of my college newspaper, so I'm 1 for 2. I went to grad school at Columbia for journalism, and I have covered Congress for a decade. I've met the last several presidents. I know the last 3 speakers of the House on a first-name basis, and I know the vice president, secretary of state, and I go on TV all the time, and I have a book coming out next year, and I think all of that, without exaggerating, is because I went back to the Westward. And Mr. White, someone tell him because I don't know if he's here. Since those days, I've run 2 marathons and a bunch of half marathons. So I eventually started running those 3 miles. When I got the email to speak here today, I was outside of Paul Ryan, the Speaker of the House's office, on what I expected to be a quiet Friday in the Capitol. I was incorrect. The president decided he was going to shut down the government because he didn't get money for his border wall with Mexico. Members of Congress were scattered all over the country. He eventually relented, but only after I'd been standing outside of his office for 3 or 4 hours. I really don't want to get into politics because today is supposed to be a happy day, and that's going to make some people unhappy, some people happy. But I feel compelled to say a few things about politics and about civic engagement in this time. People oftentimes ask me what it's like to cover Congress, and especially in these times, and there's one thing that really sticks out to me. Very smart people, elected officials, only read news stories which hew to their political perspective. So I beg of you to challenge yourself. Read 2 or 3 newspapers. Newspapers come to your front porch. They're news on papers. Some of you might recognize them. You can get them online too. And read books that run contrary to what you believe. And the news business is not fake, it's real, and it's very vibrant as ever. Some applause, that's good news. Remember one thing, you're living in the United States, which automatically makes you some of the luckiest people on planet Earth. This is the part where I'm supposed to impart some advice. But it's tough for me to say anything too meaningful because it feels like yesterday I was driving down Long Ridge Road to get to Westhill. But I have a few observations that I hope will be helpful as you leave school and enter into the real world. Number 1, many of my friends graduated Westhill and Stanford High, went to great colleges, and took jobs they thought would make them happy. Now they're 32 and 33 and wondering why they're in those jobs. Don't do that. Find something you're passionate about and success will come. And if you do something you love, you'll never work a day in your life. You get one shot at this, so make the most of it. Number 2, give back. It might sound cliche, but one of my biggest regrets is not serving my country in some way. Try to find ways to give back to your country, your community, and your city, and Westhill. Don't hold grudges. Number 3, there are so few things in life worth being angry about for an extended period of time. And number 4, ignore crazy lists like this because there is no cookie cutter way to live life. Congratulations, all you guys. Thank you so much for having me.
Thank you very much, Mr. Sherman. And now for a musical interlude, Go the Distance, arrangement by Jonathan Curry and sung by his chamber singers.
often dreamed of a far-off place where a hero's welcome will be waiting for me, where the crowds will cheer when they see my face, and a voice keeps saying, this is where I'm meant to be. I'll be there someday. I will go the distance. I will find my way. If I can be strong, I know every mile will be worth my while. When I go the distance, I'll be right where I belong.
Down an unknown road to embrace my faith. Though that road may wander, it will lead me to you. And 1,000 years would be worth the wait. It might take a lifetime, but somehow I'll see it through. And I won't look back. I can go the distance, and I'll stay on track. No, I won't accept defeat. It's an uphill slog, but I won't lose hope till I go the distance and my journey is complete. Like a shooting star, I will go the distance. I will search the world. I will face its harms. I don't care how far. I can go the distance till I find my hero's welcome waiting in your arms.
Thank you very much. And now the farewell address and presentation of the class of 2018 from our principal, Mr. Michael Rinaldi.
You all look beautiful. Good afternoon. Bienvenidos a todos and bonsoir. My name is Michael Rinaldi, and I am the incredibly proud principal of Westhill High School. I would like to actually begin by keeping a promise to my most important teacher, my mother. When I learned that I was going to be appointed principal of Westhill High School, I picked up my wife Jennifer and our son Nicholas, and we immediately went to see my parents to tell them the great news. After I assured my mother that I was not, in fact, kidding, she reminded me of my own graduation here in this very stadium 36 years ago. I know, right? You see, after all the names were called on that afternoon, after the class of 1982 graduated, I messed up big time. So here it goes, Mom. Graduates, please remember, do not take off, turn in, or otherwise lose your cap and gown until after you take pictures with your families. Promise kept, Mom. Yeah, that wasn't my best moment. To the class of 2018. This afternoon is a wonderful celebration, to be sure. This day, this moment, marks in many ways the most important achievement of your young lives, your high school graduation. It also marks the end of your 13 years of compulsory education. It's a big deal, to be sure, and without question, you should be very proud of your achievement. Feeling proud of your hard work and dedication to all your studies is well earned and more than justified. Certainly, your family, friends, teachers, as well as your principal are all very proud of you as well. With that said, although this day marks an end, please consider more importantly that it marks a new and exciting beginning. Today marks the beginning of the rest of your lives. The possibilities and opportunities that await you are simply endless. Whether you believe me or not, I assure you, all of you, that these opportunities are right there in front of you. What you need to understand, however, is that none of those opportunities and possibilities are just given to you. You will need to take advantage of them, and you will need to earn them and own them and nurture them and protect them every single day of your lives. Celebrating your victories and the good times in our lives is easy, but how we embrace disappointment and own and learn from our failures is a critical practice along the path to a successful and rewarding life. It's all of it, the beautiful and the joyful, as well as the pain and the sorrow. Embrace it all, own it all, and keep moving forward. Go out into this world boldly, as this is your time. Do not, to reference my son Nico's favorite musical, give away your shot. Please make sure to find and hold and keep your passion for life alive. You are the authors of your lives. Every single day is a new page in your life's book, and it is your responsibility to write the story you desire to tell. And guess what? You deserve the very best story life has to offer, simply because you are here in this precious moment in time. Be kind to everyone. Help and care for others always, not just when it's easy, but also and especially when it's a challenge. When we do this, we help to make the world a better place, and we enrich our own lives in the process. Be grateful. Just simply give thanks for all you already have and demonstrate your gratitude for those countless blessings in your lives. Many of those blessings, to be sure, are here today to witness and celebrate this moment with you. They are your parents, your family, your friends, and your teachers. They all have helped mold and guide you, and they have and they have cared and will continue to care for you always. Please join me now in demonstrating your gratitude for all those wonderful teachers and friends and family. Show your gratitude at this time. Thank you. Lastly, I would personally like to thank you, the class of 2018. You didn't have to embrace your new principal, but you did. Your incredible kindness to me during my first year in my new role at Westhill has touched and humbled me more than I can ever adequately express. Class of 2018, we will all be forever bound as Westhill Vikings. And Westhill, Viking country, will always be your home. And although during my second stay here at the Hill, we will have known each other for only one wonderful year, I am so very grateful that your class will always be my first. I love you all. Thank you.
All right, and now for an awarding of the diplomas by Stanford Board of Education members and a reading of the graduates' names by P.J. Wax, who is assistant principal here, and Peter Rinaldi, also assistant principal.
Ready? No, I think they'll tell you. That's the piece.
We're going to rise.
And to shake hands, somebody needs to shake hands as they go. I can do it here.
What are we doing? Who's in charge? What do you know?
You go side by side, alternate side to side, yep. Ready, Josh? Ready?
So shake
It's on you.
Yep.
Yes.
Joshua Appel. Eitan Gabay. Noah Schaefer. Nicholas Bellantoni. Juan Mato. Reshmi Ranjith. Edward Weinstein. Gabriel Yagobian. Daniel Sachs. Joshua Aimbinder. Ryan Hart. Cooper Healy. Luca Mastrogiacomo. Brian Cather. Joshua Greenberg. Hudson Price. Kevin Costello. Peter Burgess. Alex Cordone. John McDonald.
Erica Schalson. Patricia Kober. Sarah Jane Bennett. Claudia Tanner. Kayla Schalson. Erica Errett. Sydney Lesser. Sophia Chikilo. Lucy Hart. Caitlin Covello. Jackie Fahey. Maggie Barr. Jessica Wallen. Sahithi Kolapara. Bailey Palk. Ali Kogan. Megan Prabhu. Megan Lavelle. Katie Cruz. Anna Diaz.
John Christian B. Aglabat. Roman Kernitsky. Frank Leba. Darren Aguirre. Carlos Alveño. Eswin Garcia. Brenda Rivadneira. Christopher Aguilar. Lisi Alveño. Rayaj Udin. D'Angelo Howard. Christian Beer. Jean Boisron. Nicholas Zarilli. Jason Bria. Andrew Lapis. Nielsen Benegas. Marlon Hiron. Joshua Barriga. Eduardo Lopez.
Sartek Beal, Kaushik Mahapatra. Luca DeChico, Jose Emilio Reggio. Alexis Molina, William Gold. Aoun Joffrey, Kyle Arello. Kristen Schumacher, Annie Sophie Tullian. Emily Ramundo, Kelvin McKinney. Kathy Perez. Nikhil Tungaturthi, Nikhil Aurora. Stanley Villard, Marco Alvarado. Orly Aponte, Umberto Gonzalez.
Christian Salas, George Camacho, Julia Jagozinski, Christopher Candido, Noah Sherrick, Alex Rocca, Karan Cameron, William Reagan, De'Aaron Carson, Jonathan McCullen, Sam Lombino, Matthew Casara, Christopher Chiappetta, Connor Duffy, John Canaris, Jack Dorsman, Owen White, Andrew Dietzman, Don Duquesne, Jalen Jones.
Angel Figueroa Garcia, Alexander Cellular. Jameson Charleston, Noel Martinez. Davis Castro, Edward Escalante. Dylan Mora, Maynard Cabrera. Rick Corbo, John Rodriguez. Nathan Eisenstein, Jarrett Chase. Jack Kennedy, Ryan Carroll. Luis Crespo, Maria Lopez. Paul Tuccinardi, Michael Colombo. Michael Camerata, Jonathan Cabrera.
Stephen Pakutka, Christopher Ferraro, Emmanuel Hernandez, Jason Garrido, Fernando Gonzalez, Kayla Kelly, Julio Garcia, Jared Sierra, Rayshawn Gibson, Tyrese Hemmings, Jordan Treef, Matthew Greenbaum, Tariq Green, Rafael Solis, Mahavusul Hoke, Anastasio Ramirez, Bryn Harmon, Gabe Menendez Aponte, Aaron Eisenstein, Cassandra Alfaro.
Stephen Deans, Thomas M. Jr. Declan Donnelly, Katie Psychopatis. Timothy Danilek, Joseph DeVito. Scott Davison Jr., Brandon Vieira. Johan Lopez, Jason Diaz. Bryson Dean, Peter Leandre. Nodalins Mateers, Dominic Echeverria. Caleb Exantis, Fred Herc Lenny. John Edwards, Casey Ottaviano. Marvin Lanza, Lester Figueroa.
Kendis Hill, Jaden McDowell Hinton. Greg Polo, Tyreek McCray. Nick Malia, Hunter Semmel. Brendan Reed, Kevin Morales. Jennifer Miranda, Eric Medrano. Gabriel Pineda, Jonathan Rodriguez. Wycland Tureen, Kearns Lewis. Yandere Ramos, Ricardo Perez. Jack Williamson, Alex Pryal, Evan Kaplan, Charles Olson.
Dylan James, Michael Sheridan. Jonathan Joseph, Yassine Tazi. Sava Logwinski, Christopher Kopek. Jude Puntier, Noah Klein. Valentina Alphonse, Bill Walfontan Jean Toussaint. Mark Midgden, Ryan Lubowitz. Bryson Lyons, Luke Rossi. Clifford Lucien, Lameek Walters. Zachary Feinstein, David Lang. Jonathan Lang, Helmi Saleh.
Michael Tompkins, Andrew Rabati, Saquon Kelly, Jeremy Romero, Gabriel Serrano, Gerard Kennedy, Edouard Suazo, Emilyn Hernandez, Nick Robles, Simon Wawak, Derek Story, Lucas Shepard, Jason Vargas, Nicole Elizabeth Castillo, Ridwan Rashid, Luis Garcia, Daniel Velasquez, Kimberly Martinez, Lucas Sosa Villa, Tyler Watson.
Rafi Suarez, Alexander Mora. Usama Sabir, Neil Patel. Samuel Palma, Jimmy Portillo. Trey Scarlett, Nervins Petit Frere. Brendan Pierre, Goodell Rao. Daniel Quintana, Demetrius Little. Indy Human, Marcos Pinto-Liate, Marie Desgazan, Tyler Henry, Jose Rodriguez, Jasmine Garcia, Emmanuel Restrepo, Tyler Fisher.
Yanera Ivan Torres, Rachel Brito, Leah Blank, Athena Christon, Olivia Jordan, Kimberly Banegas Bermeo, Georgia Burkett, Maria Paula Guerrero, Serena Bibb, Petra Ramirez, Olivia Bologna, Leah Rosamoff, Ejana Begum, Upsana Begum, Jocelyn Barrera, Naomi Jaramillo, Melanie Bermeo, Allison Ordonez, Ella Byrne, Sophia Mori.
Jackson Travellino, Maeve Breen, Max Zussman, Melvin Entre, Anella Music, Begum Amin, Famida Ahmed, Tamida Ahmed, Jocelyn Hernandez, Noelia Allende, Catherine Alfaro, Brianna Marie Hardy, Brittany Adeboale, Miriam Batter, Clavelyn Alvarez, Anna Rosalinda Hernandez, Christina Burgess, Mattia Anderson, Amanda Conti, Kelly Bernatchez.
Emma Callie, Grace Savage, Jayan Setut, Zanubia Rivers, Laura Carroll, Juliana Tarzia, Madison Kokomo, Brooke Glatzhofer, Bridget Calderon, Valentina Quintero, Nelly Diaz, Sophie Exantis, Ixmukane Duque, Amruta Viswanath, Gabriela Diaz Jimenez, Sharon Santos Ruiz, Michelle Noboa, Chelsea Daniel, Amanda Dinahan, Caitlin O'Hagan.
Kamina Valbenard, Samir Carter, Jessica Callie, Nicole Versanti, Sadie Contreras, Kasano Kawashima, Hannah Cardiel, Danye O'Brien, Jesselyn Couch, Juliana Lejko, Elizabeth Carranza Carrera, Yvette Naranjo, Nicole Cardozo, Camila Cavero, Heidi Cabrera, Jennifer Mahia, Jennifer Carius, Ali Colorado, Alexis Marchetti, Alexandra Catanzaro.
Lisbeth Gonzalez. Kiara Gonzalez. Angie Vasquez. Kimberly Hernandez. Kimberly Roig. Windcharm Dakota Grant. Tania Gomez. Taina Gomez. Maria Georgialakis. Kendra Welch. Stephanie Gomez. Jocelyn Barriga. Rutnara Lawar. Jesney Glaud. Olivia Grieg. Franco de la Cruz Nunez. Jacqueline Perez. Sofia Hernandez. Sabine Sawyer. Kate Hollenberg.
Rachel Deutsch, Mariah Pardo. Rebecca Freitas, Allison Wilson. Amisha Keeney, Noella Fefe. Julia Frederick, Allison Soto. Unalise Fischel, Arushi Marther. Zanab Joffrey, Amanda Friedman. Sydney Fisher, Alana Thompson. Leandria English, Mariah Fritz. Francesca Figueroa, Ariana Flores. Jairus Flores, Maria Lopez. That's all. This is right in.
Michaela Lewis. Jose Abad Galvez. Asia Newton. Michaela McLean. Marlene Mercado. Ruth Veloz. Lauren Morton Peterson. Stephanie Malia. Leah Matherin. Doris Nanukan. Zanatul Mawa. Mahmouda bin Shami. Hannah Martino. Lindsay Sanchez. Tayana Yane Hinton. Catherine Lopez. Abigail Moody. Essence Mitchell. Christasia McCalla. Christopher McCalla.
Wendy Tapia Romero. Vanessa Haridia. Gabriella Vaselli. Samantha Hamilton. Samantha John Folks. Kimberly Holly. Farzana Islam. Nicole Willard. Valerie Nera. Naomi Juka. Kyra Jantz. Daniela Mondragon. Madeline Kaba. Nicole Pepperia. Rebecca Lockery. Simone Kenny. Brittany Knapp. Montez Mayo. Goodbye. Stephanie Tonks. Ma Jenny Lamb.
Ashlyn Villa. Anna Rivera. Julissa Rosales. Anaí Ruiz. Jennifer Medina. Kelly Ray. Cassandra Raymond. Noah Tovia. Kimberly Gomez. Kelly Sandoval. Michaela Smith. Paula Sochi. Brycelyn Salguero. Melissa Sanchez. Laura Wilgus. Nicole Vantman. Mariah Young. Paris Vines. Chelsea Valdez. Raleigh Singer.
Lisa Jean Felix, Kalia Morgan, Eva Nadoy, Sabrina Uva, Gabriella Napolitano, Caroline Ross, Selena Destiny Jean-Pierre, Stephanie Shong, Leslie Pineda, Mary Rivas, Hope Smith, Jessica Ostroff, Trinity Wilson, Tara Marie Parkinson, Shandan Bandari, Odalis Palacios.
Two extras. They got plenty over there.
Naomi Solares, Escarlin Perez, Jasmine Blair Pierre Luis, Cindy Disqua.
Zoe Reyes. Olivia Weiss. Anthony Alvarez. Lamar Pierce. Kelsey Slinsky. Kayla Baker. Kristen Arvoy. Isaiah Walker. Jeffrey Racinos. Ashraful Alam. Jose Padilla. Abner Salazar. Patrick Alexander. Diana Bustillo. Everett Rios Cameros. Antonio Alfaro. Franklin Hilario. Jason Juarez. Kevin Garcia. Gretel Menendez.
Emily Lucadamo, Adiola Hudson, Kaylee Ucida. Christian Rybalco, Alexander Fields, Sophia Oriola, David Mazias, Ilarian Shalev, Quest Leon Clark Pierre,
My mic's got to come out, right?
Try putting one of these robes on.
and now I'm going to return the mic to Mr. Michael Rinaldi.
Sorry, sorry.
That was very cool. All right, you paying attention? Pay attention. Having met the requirements of the Stanford Board of Education and the state of Connecticut, I now proudly present the Westhill High School graduating class of 2018. Woo!
That's it, ladies and gentlemen. Have a wonderful evening. Send them all.
The graduates will receive their friends and family on the field at this point.
Sorry about that.
Thank you very much. It's cool.
You did a great job.
Thank you for having me.
Great job, man.
It's great to see all the
You're
progress.
the fourth estate. You're not.